Very good evening, everyone. Is it audible? Thank you.
Yes, Amit.
Yeah,
Yes, Amit.
thank you so much, sir. So, with permission of all our guests, we are starting this program from Guru Vandana. अखंड मंगलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः नमामि धन्वन्तरिमादिदेवं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितपादपद्मं लोकैर्जराभयमृत्युनाशं धातारमिस्मं विविधौषधीनां संव्योमवतावनिवारिवह्यं पञ्चप्रपञ्चात्मकदेहभाजं सन्तापसम्पातु जराजरान्तकम् नमामि धन्वन्तरिमादिदेवं नवीननीलमुदकान्तिकान्तं शान्तं हरर्द्वादशमाख्यमूर्तिं पूर्तिं शतानां सुमनोरथानां नमामि धन्वन्तरिमादिदेवं. So a warm welcome and a very good evening to our honorable chief guest, VC sir from NIA Jaipur, guest of distinguished guest, DG CCRAS, guest of honor, Professor Thomas sir, and Director ma'am from ITRA Jamnagar, and all organizing committee members, governing committee members from CCRAS Ayurveda Research and Development Scheme, esteemed faculty members from prestigious institution in India and abroad, and all team behind this program and all delegates participating in this program. I'm the coordinator of this program from the Institute of Applied Statistics, and your single point of contact. In future, you found any difficulty, you can contact us. So it is my immense pleasure and pride that we gather here today for the inauguration of this 2-month online certificate program on advanced research methodology and biostatistics. This online certificate program is jointly initiated, as we all know, by the Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda, ITRA Jamnagar, and the Institute of Applied Statistics in collaboration with CCRAS, New Delhi. So first, on the occasion of National Doctors' Day, we extend our heartfelt gratitude from our institution to the true heroes of our society, our doctors. Doctors are more than just professionals. They are lifesavers, healers, and guardians of our health. With compassion in their hearts and dedication in their actions, they work tirelessly, often silently, to ensure we live healthier and longer lives. In times of illness, pain, and even crisis in our it is our doctors who stand on the front lines, offering not only treatment, but also hope, care, and reassurance. So on this day, we honor your tireless service, your sacrifices, and your unwavering commitment to the well-being of humanity. Thank you all doctors for being the strong pillar of our healthcare system. We salute your selfless devotion. Wishing you all again a very happy Doctor's Day. Now, to begin this auspicious occasion, I would like to invite Dr. Shubham Pandey sir, who currently serving as the Project Director for Research and Development Scheme at the Institute of Applied Statistics. Sir's journey includes his tenure as an assistant professor and head of the Biostatistics department at HIMSS, Dehradun. He has also made significant contribution to public health as a senior statistician in the National Retinoblastoma Registry Program at the National Institute of Pathology, ICMR, New Delhi. His expertise extends to health classification, having been recognized as a master trainer in the International Classification of Disease, ICD-10, and the International Classification of Functioning Disability and Health, ICF, by the Central Bureau of Health Intelligence, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, New Delhi. Now, without taking too much time, I would like to invite Dr. Shubham Pandey sir to extend his warm welcome on behalf of Institute of Applied Statistics to our esteemed guests and deliver the welcome address. Please, sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Amit. I'm audible?
Yes, perfectly audible, sir. Please.
Okay, so Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished guest, guest of honor, esteemed faculty members, and all participants. It is with immense pleasure and pride that I extend a warm welcome to all of you online inaugural ceremony of the 2-month certificate program on advanced research methodology and biostatistics. This prestigious initiative is jointly taken by Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda, Jamnagar, and Institute of Applied Statistics, Kanpur, in collaboration with the Central Council of Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, CCRAS, New Delhi. We are deeply honored to have Professor Sanjeev Sir, Vice Chancellor, NIA Jaipur, as our chief guest, and Professor R.N. Acharya Sir, Director General, CCRAS, New Delhi, as a distinguished guest. His unwavering support and visionary leadership has played a crucial role in the advancement of Ayurveda and integrative medicine in Ayush. We are also privileged to have among the guests of honor and convener of the program, Professor Tanuja Nisari Ma'am, Director ITRA Jamnagar, Dr. G.S. Tomar Sir, Chairperson Maharishi Charak, Ayurveda R&D Research and Development Scheme. Welcome, sir. The Institute of Applied Statistics, Kanpur, has always been committed to empowering researchers and professionals in the monitoring and evaluation of large-scale program and projects. By developing need-based training module in consultation with academician, researcher, professionals, we ensure that our program remain aligned with the evolving demand of the research community. Our commitment to organizing international, national, state, and institutional level training programs serve a valuable platform for knowledge exchange, collaboration, and capacity building in the field of clinical and statistical research. This 2-month certificate program on advanced research methodology and biostatistics is initiated for the research scholar, faculty members, and medical professionals who have the basic knowledge of research methodology and biostatistics. It is designed to equip participants with the advanced knowledge of statistical tool, technique, hands-on skill of the clinical research while adhering the ethical and scientific standard. The insights gained through the training will not only contribute the strengthening of evidence-based Ayurvedic research, but also support its global recognition, integration into the mainstream of healthcare system. I encourage all participants to make most of this opportunity to discuss query with expert in the live session, practice through quiz session, and provide feedback of each session through feedback form. Use this platform to enhance your research skill and contribute meaningfully to the growth of Ayurveda and healthcare innovations. Thank you, and I wish you all to productive and enriching experience throughout this program. Thank you very much. Amit, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your insightful words and enlightening the participant about the vision and mission of the institute and its about. So now again, we are honored to have with us Dr. Seema Dwivedi ma'am, the National Coordinator of Maharishi Charak Research and Development Scheme, a true pioneer in the field of medicine, who holds multiple prestigious roles and has made invaluable contribution to healthcare. Currently serving as a professor in the Ops and Gynae Department at GSVM Medical College, Kanpur, and a distinguished member of the National Medical Wing. She also served as the convener of the Indian Clinical Society. Her passion for the student healthcare science in her role as a national coordinator of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya Bal Saksham Yojana, Vice Center of Health Education and Wellness, with over 50 research papers published in leading national and international journals and more than 40 thesis work supervised, ma'am is shaping the future of medical research. Beyond her professional accomplishment, ma'am is also an accomplished writer with articles on Garbh Sanskara, Surya Namaskara, and Kriya Dhanam. We are privileged to have Dr. Seema Dwivedi ma'am with us in this inaugural ceremony, and I would like to invite ma'am to share an overview of Maharishi Charak Research and Development Scheme and aware all delegates about the scheme and its vision. Please, ma'am, welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Amit, for a generous introduction, and a very good evening to you all. Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished guests, guest of honor, esteemed faculty members, and all loving participants. It is a great privilege and honor to be present at the inaugural ceremony of the 2-month certificate program on advanced research methodology and biostatistics. This program is jointly organized by the Institute of Applied Statistics with ITRA Jamnagar in collaboration with CCRAS New Delhi under the Maharshi Charak Research and Development Scheme of Ayurveda. Last year, we successfully completed basic program on research methodology and biostatistics, and now this advanced program marks another significant milestone in our continuous journey towards fostering a culture of research excellence in the field of Ayush and beyond. Our key achievements have been a memorandum of understanding with ICMR under Dr. Padam Singh Research and Development Scheme, which was signed on March 18, 2019. Institute of Applied Statistics has also initiated 19 types of scientific programs for medical professionals. 16 joint state and district training centers have been established under the Research and Development Scheme till now, with additional centers awaiting approval this year. These centers serve as hubs for knowledge exchange and capacity building across different regions of the country. Under the esteemed Maharshi Charak Research and Development Scheme of Ayurveda, we have witnessed remarkable progress in recent years. 6 joint state and district training centers have been established till date. Approximately 4,000 Ayurveda researchers, scholars, and faculty members have been trained in collaboration with prestigious institutes such as Faculty of Ayurveda IMS PHU, NIA Jaipur, ITRA Jamnagar, DY Patil deemed to be University Mumbai, Himalaya University Dehradun, Subdeep Ayurvedic Medical College, and State Unani Medical College Prayagraj, and many others. Recognizing the importance of digital education, we have successfully conducted a 3-month online certificate training program on research methodology and biostatistics jointly with NIA Jaipur in collaboration with CCRAS New Delhi in 2023, followed by the same program in 2024, jointly organized with ITRA Jamnagar. A 2-month online certificate program on data analysis using Excel and SPSS jointly with DY Patil deemed to be University Mumbai in collaboration with CCRAS New Delhi. And recently we have completed 1-month online certificate program on good clinical practice for Ayurvedic medicine jointly with All India Institute of Ayurveda New Delhi in collaboration with CCRAS New Delhi. Additionally, our research consultation services have reached approximately 10,000 individual researchers, medical students, and faculty members, providing them with crucial guidance in areas such as data analysis and research writing. The Institute of Applied Statistics also extends research consultation support to both public and private institutions in a collaborative capacity. As we gather here today to inaugurate an important program on advanced research methodology and biostatistics, let us reaffirm our commitment to excellence in research and innovation. Let us embrace the spirit of collaboration and knowledge sharing, and recognizing that our collective efforts will unlock new frontiers in healthcare and beyond. To the participants of this certificate program, I encourage you to take this opportunity to expand your evidence-based research knowledge and your skills in statistical analysis and become torchbearer of research excellence in your fields. In conclusion, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the organizers, collaborators, and participants who have made this program possible. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending this program. Over to you, Amit.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for awareing us about the scheme and about our last programs. So as a part of organizing team and program coordinator, it's my privilege to take this opportunity to provide brings an insightful overview of this program to all participants. This program is basically in continuous manner as we completed the basic program in research methodology and biostatistics earlier. Two programs are conducted as ma'am told us. Uh, Now we are moving towards some advanced topics in biostatistics and research methodology as we get queries from the participants in last few programs. So this program will start from today and will complete on 30th August as mentioned in the program schedule. 90% sessions will be conducted at 6 to 7 p.m. and a few sessions are at 7:30 to 8:30 as per the availability of resource person. There are 42 live scientific sessions having hands-on session also. In hands-on session, you will SPSS screen will be shared and we will work live on some data. There are some PDF sessions will be shared. PDF will be shared to all delegates, so you can revise sessions through recordings and PDF notes. There are quiz sessions, and in previous program of GCP, we get a lot of query and suggestions from the participants that the quiz will be for there will be quiz for each session. So from this program onwards, we arrange a quiz session for each session, having 10 questions for each session. And as per schedule, there are two quizzes which are for your practice purpose, and the assessment will be conducted after the completion of the program. PDF notes, as always, I will share after the completion of the program within 2 days, and the recorded session will be shared same day after 30 minutes of the completion of the program. So there are some live sessions, some scientific sessions, hands-on practical sessions using SPSS. This complete program schedule is given in the browser. You can check the last 3 pages of the browser. You get all lecture schedules over there. And there are some faculties from some prestigious national and international institutions. They will guide you time to time, and you will discuss your queries in the live session. I recommend to encourage all delegates that try to discuss queries as much as possible to clarify your doubts in the live session only. As we all know, the convener of the program, our respected director ma'am, and Dr. Vaibhav Dadu sir from ITRA Jamnagar, Dr. G.S. Tomar sir, the chairperson of development scheme, Dr. Seema ma'am, the national coordinator, Dr. Avnish Pandey sir, the organizing secretary, Dr. Shubham Pandey sir, project director, and me and Dr. Nisha Parmar is coordinating this program. There are governing committee members who are observing the overall program quality and improve the quality of the program. They will suggest us time to time and observe the overall the program. So thank you. If there is any difficulty during the program, if you found any difficulty to access the program notes, you can contact us, you can mail us. Simply, we will single call away. So moving forward, this is the complete overview of the program. You get details also in the browser. So now I would like to introduce the member of organizing committee, Dr. Vaibhav Dadu sir, associate professor at the Department of Samhita Siddhant, ITRA Jamnagar. Sir holds a PhD and MD in Ayurveda Samhita Siddhant from Gujarat Ayurveda University and brings over 16 years of rich teaching experience across premier Ayurvedic institutions. His core expertise lies in Ayurveda philosophy, Samhita, Siddhanta, research methodology, and teaching pedagogy, which he seamlessly integrated to inspire and guide new generations of Ayurveda scholars. A gold medalist in his MD and a university rank holder in BMS, Sir is also a prolific contributor to Ayurvedic literature, having authored 7 books with ISBNs, published 18 research articles in peer-reviewed journals, and delivered over 30 invited lectures across platforms of national and institutional repute. He has actively contributed to the various national level initiatives, including serving as the project coordinator for the Ayush Ministry flagship district digital program, Ayush Guru, and as a key representative in regulatory and academic committees of Ayush Ministry and the Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda. Dr. Vaibhav sir's excellence is not just confined to the classroom. He has demonstrated outstanding leadership in curriculum development, academic coordination, and policy advocacy at the highest level of Ayurvedic education. With a unique blend of scholarship, humanity, and innovation, Dr. Vaibhav Dadu sir continues to be a guiding force in advancing the vision of holistic and evidence-based Ayurvedic education. So let us warmly welcome Dr. Vaibhav Dadu sir to share the benefit and scope of the advanced research methodology and biostatistics in Ayurveda. Please, sir, welcome, sir.
Gurubhyo Namaha. Am I audible, Amit ji?
Yes, audible, sir. Welcome, sir.
So, thanks for this very beautiful introduction of mine. But actually, I consider myself to be a scholar more than what you have projected, and it is a continuous journey.
Yes.
So, respected chief guest of this inaugural session, Professor Sanjeev Sharma sir, distinguished guest, Professor Ravi Narayan Acharya sir, guest of honor, our beloved Professor Tanuja Desri madam, Director ITRA, Dr. G.S. Thomas sir, all the dignitaries, organizers, and dear participants. A very happy evening to all of you. It is indeed a matter of pride and deep satisfaction to have an auspicious beginning of this 2-month online course on advanced research methodology and biostatistics, which is co-hosted by ITRA Jamnagar. So last year also, as said by the previous speakers, we organized a basic course on research methodology and biostatistics, which was very well received and appreciated by all the stakeholders from across the length and breadth of the country. Maharishi Sushruta exhorts all the learners of Ayurveda to continue our journey towards to attainment of the ultimate goal of perfection. As he rightly says, Satat Adhyanam Vadaha Partantravalokanam Tadvidyacharya Sevacha Buddhi Medha Karo Ganaha. So this is an ideal platform where we see all of this together. A continuous journey of learning, that is Satat Adhyanam, Vadaha, that is, as Amitji told, that we are here to have practical discussion every day. So Vadaha will be there. Paratantravalokan is all about this workshop, which talks about the statistics. So which is our Paratantra, but essential component now. And Tadvidya Acharya Seva. We are going to follow the speakers and the well-learned scholars throughout this journey of 2 months. So Acharya Sushruta clearly says that this is Buddhi Medha Karo Ganaha. This clearly says that it increases our intellect, it increases the grasping power or the intellect. So this is an ideal opportunity for all of us. Research is not valid, as we know, without approval through the figures, that is statistics. As we are now well versed with the basics of research methodology and statistics, it is the right opportunity to delve deep into the realm of research methodology and advanced biostatistics, for which this course is planned. Looking at the schedule of the program, it is very beautifully and thoughtfully organized. So I urge all the participants to actively participate in all the meetings and improvise your skills in conducting the research and disseminating the results thereafter in a scientific manner. By this activity, I am sure that we will serve the community through better scientific validation of the Ayurvedic knowledge. So the detailed brochure has already been shared in the group. As we know that statistics is our, we say, lacuna at present. And I hope that this course, 2 months course, shall help us in understanding the new developments in these statistics. And they are also going to teach us how to use the tools available, the use of the artificial intelligence, the use of the various tools available in a better manner. So I wish that all of us attain our goals. And with these words, I extend my greetings to all and thanks the organizers for giving me an opportunity to speak. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening the delegates about the benefit and scope of this program. Thank you for unwavering commitment and guidance have been instrumental in making this event possible. So now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce the convener of this program and the main pillar of this program, Professor Tanuja Desri ma'am, the director, ITRA Jamnagar, a prominent leader in the field of Ayurvedic pharmacology, currently serving as the director at ITRA Jamnagar, Gujarat. Ma'am previously served as the director and head of the division of translational research and biostatistics at All India Institute of Ayurveda, Government of India, New Delhi. Ma'am stands at the forefront of groundbreaking research and innovation in Ayurveda. Her leadership extends beyond academia as she holds key positions such as the chair for the health sector, sub-skill council for Ayush under the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, and the CEO of the National Medicinal Plant Board. Professor Tanuja Nesari ma'am's illustrious career is marked by a rich transparency of accomplishment, including roles as additional director, academics, and medical superintendent previous at Chaudhry Brahm Prakash Ayurvedic Sansthan and the principal and medical superintendent of Tilak Ayurvedic College, Pune. With nearly 3 decades of experience, ma'am has earned a widespread recognition for her pioneering research endeavors. Her expertise spans diverse areas from the quality, safety, and efficacy of medicinal plants to the validation of neurocognitive enhancing properties. Through her leadership, ma'am has spearheaded numerous clinical research projects, fostering interdisciplinary collaboration and advancing the frontiers of Ayurvedic knowledge. In recognition of her outstanding contribution to the field of Professor Tanuja ma'am has received numerous accolades, further cementing her status as a leading figure in Ayurveda. Her dedication to mentorship is evident in the significant number of scholars she has guided at the PG level, nurturing them the next generation of Ayurvedic researchers and practitioners. So please join me welcoming Professor Tanuja Nesari ma'am, a true visionary in the Ayurvedic research, to share her invaluable experience and insights with all our delegates and faculties present in this program. Welcome, ma'am. Please, welcome.
So, namaste. At the outset, I would like to thank for giving this opportunity to Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda, to Indian Institute of Applied Sciences, Srimad Dwivedi ji, and our mentor G.S. Tomarji, and all the organizers for providing this opportunity. Today, chief guest Professor Sanjeev Sharma ji, our guest of honor, distinguished guest, who is also organizer of this very important workshop online training program on research methodology and applied statistics, Professor Ravi Narayan Acharya, who himself is a expert in research methodology at the council. My colleague from Institute of Teaching and Research, Dr. Vaibhav Dwadu, Srimad Dwivedi ji, Atul Juneja ji, and many of them I know them personally. So everyone who has joined for this inaugural program and for this August gathering, I welcome everyone and congratulate all the participants and the students for participating this very important program. As I know that the last month, 2 months back, it was All India Institute of Ayurveda, where earlier I was a part of All India Institute and I had an opportunity to be also part of this inaugural program where the clinical research methods have also been conducted in collaboration with CCRAS and Indian Institute of Public Health. As a series of these workshops online, and the time is also very convenient, 6 to 7. So I think many of our scholars, faculty from across the globe and in India, they are able even after their professional hours and career, they are able to attend this program. So this is very innovative yet useful for enhancing the skills in the research methodology, and as it is mentioned that it is the applied statistics. So it is advanced course in the research methodology as well as the biostatistics, which is an integral part of development of and advancement of the Ayurveda. At ITRA, we have MD, PhD, MPharm programs, and also yoga. So everywhere, the statistics and the research methodology is required. Even in at undergraduate level, also it is required on the final year. So when we say that it is a practice-based evidence, now evidence-based practice is also need of an hour, and for that, a true research methodology, which is true to our advancement of our own science, is really important. For the scholars, for the dissertation, starting from the design to protocol to conduct and evaluation of the data, it is not only the research methods, but the statistics is also very crucial which is parametric, non-parametric, qualitative, quantitative. So I'm sure you have included all these methods. Those are very preliminary. But what are the best methods? Because now the even bioinformatics, which is a new age, adding AI layer also to that. There also, what is required is a biostatistics, domain expertise and computational biologist or computation. So this statistics is very important and the center, what we can say the backbone and the atma of the creating an evidence, and we must aware about that. It is not that all the softwares are required. When we were the student, I know that we had that scientific calculator and we used to have what is standard error and all we used to calculate. I think those things needs to root give back that principle theory, and then the application needs to be taught to the younger students so that they develop more applications which are hardware and software based. But this is what is required to the modern age researcher. So I'm sure this course will do the justice and provide many skills, and they will also solve the queries of our young ignited minds, and that will further ignite the minds of our young researchers. So I wish all the best and congratulations for conducting this program. And we are again feel proud that ITRA is also part of this organizing team. So thank you one and all. And Namaste Tomarji. I wish he could have joined, but I think, sir, you had already mentioned that you were supposed to attend the program, inaugural program of the Guru Gorakshanas Vishwavidyalaya, but I'm sure you have joined online. Thank you very much.
Very
Namaste.
much. Yes, sir joined. Thomas has joined. Sir is with us. So thank you, ma'am, for sharing your insightful words, and thank you for encouraging us to successfully initiate this program. Your guidance always we get your guidance to create valuable programs. So now,
अमित जी
yeah, Pranam sir.
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी sir, Pranam sir.
एक्चुअली अभी हम कार्यक्रम से अभी लौट रहे हैं, खत्म हुआ है अभी
जी
तो
सर।
आप कार्यक्रम हो गया पूरा?
अभी सर अभी स्टार्ट है अभी सर वी आर इनवाइटिंग आवर डिस्टिंग्विश्ड गेस्ट राइट नाउ।
ओके ऑल राइट। तो एक्चुअली हमारा नेटवर्क भी गड़बड़ हो रहा है और वही हम उसमें रास्ते में हैं।
ओके सर।
तो हमारी तरफ से बहुत बहुत मंगल कामनाएं सबको विशेष हैं और इस प्रोग्राम को सक्सेसफुल बनाएं। और हमारे चीफ गेस्ट शर्मा जी जुड़े हैं क्या?
यस सर ही इज आल्सो ट्रैवलिंग सर।
नमस्कार।
हाँ नमस्कार शर्मा जी, आपको बहुत
नमस्कार सर। सर मैं भी जर्नी में हूँ, सिग्नल ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है पर फिर भी जुड़ा हुआ हूँ। मैं वीडियो अपना स्टॉप कर दूंगा ताकि सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ जाए।
चलिए बहुत अच्छा है। एक्चुअली हम तो अभी भी 2 प्रोग्राम थे राष्ट्रपति जी के, दोनों कार्यक्रम से अभी खाली हो पा रहा हूँ। तो
वाह चलो बहुत बधाई। मैं भी दूसरी मीटिंग में था, एक नीति आयोग वाली मीटिंग में थे, मैं और तनुजा जी दोनों वहाँ पर थे।
जी
तो जस्ट उसको छोड़ के इधर आए। जी
चलिए बहुत आपको थैंक यू सो मच। हमारी बात आप बहुत सम्मान करते हैं, आप उपस्थित होते हैं, बहुत धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू सर।
अपना शुभकामनाएं इसके लिए
आशीर्वाद।
थैंक यू सो मच।
आपका आशीर्वाद मिल जाता है सर।
अच्छा सर नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
तो ठीक है अमित जी, आप कार्यक्रम चलाइए। ओके
जी सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
हाँ हमने उसको जोड़ा है, द्विवेदी को जोड़ा, रमाकांत को। जो जनरल का हम अनाउंसमेंट करेंगे तो उसको हम एडिटर बोर्ड में रखेंगे, ठीक है?
ओके सर।
ऑल राइट ओके।
So moving forward, it is our great pleasure and honor again to introduce our esteemed distinguished guest, Professor Vaidyaran Acharya sir, currently serving as the Director General of the Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, New Delhi. With over more than 27 years of dedicated service in the field of Ayurvedic sciences, sir has made significant contribution to both teaching and research. Sir's distinguished career includes his tenure as a professor of Devaguna at ITRA Jamnagar, where he not only imparted knowledge but also served as the head of the Department of Devaguna and Dean. His academic and research contributions are extensive, with more than 325 research articles published in peer-reviewed journals and 5 authored books. Additionally, sir has contributed over 10 chapters to various academic publications and various going on. Such expertise have been sought by notable organizations such as IGNU and the WHO, where he has served as a course writer and temporary advisor respectively. Such commitment to the advancement of Ayurvedic sciences is further reflected in his service to the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, where he has held pivotal roles, including Chairman of the Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia Committee and the National Coordinator for the National Pharmacovigilance Program for ASHU drugs. Under his leadership, numerous research projects have thrived with more than 10 grants led under his supervision. Professor Acharya sir has also mentored more than 35 PhD candidates and guided 51 PGs thesis dissertation in the field of dermatology. His contribution extends globally as he represented India in international forums such as WHO meeting on herb-drug interaction and pharmacovigilance. In recognition of his exceptional contributions, Sir has received prestigious accolades, including the Best Teacher Award for the Drug Research Teaching and the Best Research Paper Award for the Literacy Research in Ayurveda from the CCR Government of India. Please join me extending a warm welcome to our distinguished guest, Professor Arun Acharya, sir, as we commence this special ceremony enriched by his presence and insights. Please, sir, welcome, sir. Sir, I'm audible. Acharya, sir.
Yes.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thanks, namaste. My regards to Professor Tumor sir, the person who is behind this program, conceptualizing and executing the program since its inception, where I was also associated. My regards to Professor Sarmaji and Professor Tanujan Esriji and Simaji, Dr. Shubham, Dr. Dadu, Dr. Avinash, and dear friends, those who have registered themselves for this program. Dear friends, details has been noted by Professor Nesri. Why we need statistics in the field of Ayurveda research, and Professor Sharma also, and all of them highlighting these things. Being a research council, I feel that this is quite necessary for us to establish ourselves in the society, in the scientific community, that whatever works we do carry out research where statistics is a part, and we must establish ourselves that we are nowhere less than the present day of research. That's why CCRAS is part of this team, though not directly involved, but being a part that, yes, we are quite concerned about the quality research in Ayurveda. CCRAS himself has started a program, ARMS, Ayurveda Research Methodology Statistics, where we do this type of training also from our institute. And as one of the mentor, or as of the one of the organization associated with this program since its inception. And dear students, it is not that one time we learn something and we learn everything. So this is a continuous process. This program itself highlight that we have conducted the basics and all. Now we are going for the advanced stage. Those who are quite interested in this field, the advanced, they have opted for the advanced. And the many things for the passing examination is another thing with the limited syllabus, and have a professional research research mindset and human resources need for the futuristic research. We must know something in advance. That's why the present course is there. So I wish all the success for these programs, institutions like ITRA, institutions like IA, institutions like NIA. Those are most of the important postgraduate research institutions in the country in Ayurveda. They are associating with this program. This shows that this is a quality program is being imparted. And I will again request you all the participants to give a feedback, because as this is a continuous program, so give your feedback about the teaching style, about this content of the course, about there is a structured format. So give your feedback and hope this 2 months program will be quite successful. Thank you, Madam Simaji and Subham and Avinash for being a part of this program since its starting. Thanks again to Professor Tomarji for his blessings in this program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We are truly honored with your presence, and we are deeply grateful for the time and contribution and your guidance time to time to enhance the program. And as sir said, I always request to all delegates that try to provide feedback. On the basis of feedback, we enhance the program. As in the last program, we receive feedback, positive feedback, and few suggestions that we have to arrange a quiz for each session. So in this program, we have implemented that. So try to provide feedback and suggestions also, so we can improve our programs day by day. So I think Thomas sir is traveling. He's will join later. Okay. So moving forward, it is immense pleasure and honor that we extend a heartfelt welcome to our esteemed chief guest of the online ceremony of this 2-month certificate program, Professor Sanjeev Sharma sir, Vice Chancellor of the National Institute of Ayurveda, deemed to be University, Jaipur, Rajasthan, an eminent scholar, distinguished academician, and visionary leader in the field of Ayurveda. Sir has dedicated over more than 36 years up to the advancement of Ayurveda, medical education, and healthcare research. His illustrious career spans over 3 decades of the teaching experience, including 30 years in the UG and 22 years in the PG and 4 years of PhD guidance. Sir has also held numerous significant administrative positions, demonstrating exceptional leadership and institutional development capabilities. Sir has actively participated in over more than 220 conferences, seminars, and workshops, both nationally and internationally, reflecting his deep commitment to the academic excellence research and the global promotion of Ayurveda. He served as the director of the National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur, for 5 years previously and 10 months. Professor Sharma sir has also represented India and the Institute on numerous international platforms, attending and contributing to key academic and professional conferences around the world. Professor Sanjeev sir has had the honor of delivering major addresses at the several prestigious international platforms, further solidifying the reputation as a global leader in the field of Ayurveda. His esteemed contribution include speaking at the Geneva Health Forum, the National Ayurveda Medical Association, NAMA USA, and the Global Ayurveda Forum, GAF, where his insights on the integrating Ayurveda into global healthcare system were highly regarded. Sir has also shared his expertise at the World Ayurveda Congress, Indian Ocean Rim Association, and the World Health Organization, advocating for the promotion and recognition of Ayurveda on the international stage. Additionally, he has been an influential speaker at the MT Ayurveda Academy and Research Center, New York, where he contributed to advancing research and academic collaboration in the field of Ayurveda. These engagements underscores his global influence in the bridging traditional Ayurvedic wisdom with modern healthcare practices. One of his most notable achievements includes hosting the WHO 3-day international workshop on drafting the benchmark for practitioners of Ayurveda, Panchkarma, and Unani in Jaipur from 17 to 19 September 2018, where 35 countries participated, marking a milestone in the global standardization of traditional medicine practices. His leadership, administrative acumen, and global contribution continue to shape the future of Ayurveda by bridging traditional wisdom with modern scientific advancement. So we are truly honored to have him with us today, and we always get guidance from Sir to initiate evidence-based program. And we eagerly look forward to his inspiring words. Please join me welcoming Professor Sanjeev Sharma sir, the chief guest of this inaugural ceremony.
Thank you.
Please,
Namaste,
welcome, sir.
everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, audible, sir.
Okay. So first of all, my regards to everyone. And I am sorry that because I am in journey, so I cannot switch on my video because there is some signal issue. So I hope that you will bear with this and you will forgive me for not keeping my video on. So respected Professor G.S. Tomarji, the designer and planner of this school program, And I know how much he is concerned about these associations and these programs since long. And because I have also involved in this program and throughout since many years, and some programs have been organized in my institutions also. So my regards to Thomas sir and to whole of the organizing team. Professor ITRA Jamnagar, Professor Ravinarayan Acharya ji, the Director General CCRAS, Dr. Seema Dwivedi ji, Dr. Shubham Pandey ji, Dr. Avanish Pandey ji, Engineer Amit Tiwari, all other members of the organizing team, experts, including Dr. Atul Chuneja, all dear participants from the different parts of the country, and their friends who have joined this platform today. First of all, because we know that today is a big day for the doctors. Today is the Doctors' Day, and this is a prestigious moment for all the doctors, medical doctors. So I take this opportunity to greet all my have joined this platform for their and for your, I can say, devotion, dedication, and determination towards the humanity, the service which you are providing towards the humanity. That is excellent. And I hope that we shall continue to serve the society with full passion and full vigor and energy. And my sincere greetings to the organizing team for organizing this wonderful program. It gives me really immense pleasure and pride to be the part of this inaugural ceremony of the online certificate program on advanced research methodology and biostatistics, a unique collaborative initiative by the Institute of Applied Statistics, Kanpur, ITRA Jamnagar, and CCRAS. Uh, this is definitely making the difference in the field of the science, particularly in the field of the biostatistics and medical research. So let me begin by the heartily congratulations to the organizers for conceptualizing and executing such a timely and meaningful academic initiative. The very theme of this program, advanced research methodology and biostatistics, is not only the academically rich, but also of critical importance in today's scientific healthcare landscape. I can say, and as we know, the research is the backbone of scientific advancement. It, it is the research that separates tradition from evidence and belief from the knowledge. In the field of medicine, hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Shows that interventions are effective, safe, and evidence-based. It is what keeps medical science dynamic and responsive to the emerging health challenges and needs of the society. In the domain of Ayurveda, as we understand, research holds even more significance. As one of the oldest medical systems in the world, Ayurveda has a vast treasure of wisdom and clinical insights. However, to make this rich knowledge globally acceptable and applicable in modern context, we must adopt scientific methods of validation, rigorous data analysis, and interdisciplinary collaboration. And this is a really wonderful platform which is giving us an opportunity for the interdisciplinary collaboration, multidisciplinary collaboration, and multi institutional collaboration. This is where the research methodology and the medical research. And if we want to stand in today's world, definitely we need these types of the programs, and these are really valuable programs, and we should organize such program. And I really want to congratulate the organizers that after conducting a series of such programs, now we are at this level that now we are conducting the advanced such training program. This program offers Really, this will offer, rather I will say, this program will offer a structured platform where the participants and researchers or whosoever have joined will join this program from across the country can learn the principles and practices of advanced research, right from formulating a hypothesis, selecting appropriate study designs, to analyzing the results statistically. So, moreover, the collaborative nature of this program, bringing together experts from different prestigious institutions, sets a wonderful example of the interdisciplinary academic synergy. And this synergy should always remain there, and which we should rely on each other, and interdependency should be there in real sense. So, it shows that what can be achieved when biostatistics, Ayurveda, and such methodology and modern medicine work together hand in hand, and then definitely we can do some wonders. To all the enthusiastic participants who are participating there, I would like to say that you are not just attending a program, you are becoming a part of the movement. एक क्रांति है, उस क्रांति का हम हिस्सा बन रहे हैं, क्योंकि आज उस क्रांति की जरूरत है, पूरे विश्व को जरूरत है। आज आज आयुर्वेद की विशेष भारी जरूरत है, लेकिन हमें उनके अनुसार अपने आप को ढालना होगा। एक साइंटिफिक वे से बात करनी होगी, एक वैज्ञानिक आधार पे बात करनी होगी। दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड दैट इज टुवर्ड द एविडेंस बेस्ड advancement of Indian medical sciences. Use this opportunity not just to learn, but to ask questions. My request to the participants that this is not just this should not be the one-way traffic that you just the speaker will speak and you just listen and go. No, that should not be there. It should be interactive. This should be the interactive platform. Whatsoever the doubts in your mind, sometimes you may have some doubts, you may have certain suggestions, you may correct the speaker even sometime. So be interactive. That is my request, and explore and evolve hugely in this program. Let your curiosity drive a direct reflection of the rigor of our methodology and the precision of our statistics. There is one saying that an ounce of data is worth a pound of theory. So let us keep that thing in mind and keep that thing in life. We are now entering in an era where the integration of traditional knowledge with modern science is not a choice but a necessity.
About the Indian knowledge system, it is now necessary for all of us. So this is the wonderful opportunity for all of us that to learn from each other, and I hope that this 2 months program will be wonderful program, and participants will learn more, and the organizers will also get much more experience from the participants, from the feedback from the participants, and in the future those feedbacks and that experience definitely will excel us to correct the modality of the program, and we shall definitely strive on the knowledge and strive on the excellence. So with this, I'm thankful to the organizers, particularly Tomar sir and Pandeji, Anujaji, and DJ Ravi Narayanji for giving me this wonderful opportunity to be with you and being and give this opportunity as a chief guest of this inaugural session. So I wish you all the best. I wish that this program definitely will be a wonderful program for 2 months, and our participants will be much more than satisfied. So thank you very much and wish you all the best. Namaste to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We are truly grateful for the time you have taken in such a busy schedule to share your expertise, and with all delegates in this program. Your word of encouragement and guidance will undoubtedly serve a beacon and inspiration for all the participants as they embark on this journey of learning and discovery. So try to discuss queries, as we have example from the past program. One of the participants from Patanjali Ayurveda, he is developing one formula by combining 21 herbs, and he's thinking that what we do next. So he called us, by the Dheeraj Sharma, he called us and said that we have some unique formula. So we suggest and guide him to for patent. So if you have any query, and now he got patent and he is commercializing this that herbal product. So if you have any doubt, you have need to discuss anything, you can mail us, you can call us, you can discuss with the experts in the live sessions. This is the opportunity, as sir says, we have to innovate new things day by day by discussing things. So now moving towards where doing. We are having the chairperson of the scheme, Dr. G.S. Tomar sir, chairperson Marcy Charak Research and Development Scheme, and the president of this Ayurved Mission as our esteemed guest of honor. Sir is serving as the CRV Guru at Rashtriya Ayurvedic Vidyapith, also Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Sir brings a wealth of experience and insights to this gathering, and always being the guiding force behind the programs. Thomas's illustrious career includes serving as the former principal of Government Ayurvedic College, India, Prayagraj, and being honored as a fellow of Rashtriya Vidyapith. His expertise extends to key positions in several renowned institutions, including the Technical Working Group for Ayush and TP collaboration under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, and the Executive Council of Mahayogi Guru Gorakhnath Ayush University, Gorakhpur. With an impressive more than 45 years of clinical experience, Sir has been a guiding force in the field of Ayurveda. His dedication has earned him several prestigious awards, including Shiksha Shri Award, Prayag Gaurav Samman, Kavya Pratishtha Samman, Dhanvantri Award, and the Lifetime Achievement Award. Notably, he also received 20th Century Scholar Award from the New York, USA, for his outstanding contribution in Ayush sector. We are incredibly fortunate to have Thomas sir always in our programs, not just an guest of honor, but also the convener of this impactful program. So I hope sir is, I'm just checking sir is here. I think sir is not here due to traveling. Sir is leaving. We on the behalf of sir, maybe Avnish sir, is there Ramakant sir is there?
I would like to request Dr. Ramakant Dwivedi boss.
Yes,
Ji,
yes,
ji.
audible, sir. Yes.
I think there is network connectivity. My video is not working properly. So in audio mode, I can speak.
Yeah, yeah, please, sir.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Avnish Pandey and organizer. This is very good initiative because each and everything is based on research. And research is proved by statistics. What we are putting on behalf of Ayurveda in the front of people, it should be clear and systematic. तो मैं यहाँ जो ऑर्गेनाइजर हैं उनको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ, और ये जो इनिशिएटिव शुरू किया गया है बहुत हेल्पफुल है, क्योंकि हम लोगों में से बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जो सिम्टम बेस्ड, जैसे कोई रोगी आया तो उसको बहुत आराम हुआ, कम आराम हुआ, उन पैरामीटर्स पर इसको टेस्ट करते हैं। सब्जेक्टिव क्राइटेरिया एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव क्राइटेरिया के बेस पर कोई रिसर्च पेपर रहते हैं। जैसे हम देखते हैं बहुत सारे रिसर्च पेपर्स में सिंपल सब्जेक्टिव क्राइटेरिया रहते हैं जो कई बार किसी से बारोड किए रहते हैं कई बार। बट अभी जैसे संजीव शर्मा सर ने कहा कि इसको वर्ल्ड लेवल पर दूसरी लोगों को समझाने के लिए हमको उन्हीं की भाषा में इसको समझाना होगा। दैट्स व्हाई दिस सेमिनार इज वेरी गुड एंड very good initiative for everyone who want to do research and prove yourself, your science in modern era, and you can call this is a milestone. ये जो है आज के युग की जरूरत है कि हम सब अपनी चीज को प्रैक्टिकल वे में रखें, और जैसा आपने बताया कि इसमें SPSS या अन्य सॉफ्टवेयर की ट्रेनिंग दी जाएगी, तो ये बहुत बढ़िया चीज है। कुछ एक सॉफ्टवेयर जैसे पुराने लोग चलाते हैं, बट SPSS इज वेरी गुड एंड एडवांस सॉफ्टवेयर, तो उसको जो है प्रयोग करना सबको आना चाहिए ताकि हम अपने डेटा को साइंटिफिक वे में रख सकें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind words. Dhanyawad. And now, as on behalf of Thomas, sir, we are announcing that we are initiating a research journal and in Ayush that is named as Ved Aura, Ved plus Aura, the main motto behind that. This is international peer-reviewed journals, and we are initiating these journals. And soon we will provide details with all delegates or participants. We are forming committee members for the journals. If faculties present in this program, if you have any interest to join this channel, you can share your profile at rdcell@isdcs.com. So that will be reviewed by our governing committee members, and the final decision will be made on by our chairperson and all committee members of the governing Mahasi Charak Research and Development Scheme. So this will be run by Institute of Applied Statistics, and volume issue here we will announce soon after get confirmation from our organizing committee. So this is the one information we need to share with all of you, and we are moving towards the end of this inaugural ceremony. As we to express our gratitude, I would like to invite the organizing secretary of this program, Dr. Avnish Pandey sir, currently serving as an assistant professor at Raviguna Department, Government Ayurvedic College and Hospital, Hadia Prayagraj, to deliver the vote of thanks to our chief guest and distinguished guest of honor of this program. Please, sir, welcome, sir.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मिस्टर अमित जी। सबसे पहले तो इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ अप्लाइड स्टैटिस्टिक्स, ITRA जामनगर और CCRAS के संयुक्त तत्वावधान में आयोजित जो हमारा 2 मंथ ऑनलाइन सर्टिफिकेट प्रोग्राम है एडवांस रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी एंड बायोस्टैटिस्टिक्स, इसमें सहभागिता कर रहे सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को, रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं, और विशेष रूप से मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूं प्रोफेसर संजीव शर्मा सर, जो कि आज के इस कार्यक्रम के मुख्य अतिथि रहे, वाइस चांसलर NIA DMTU यूनिवर्सिटी जयपुर। सर आपका बहुत बहुत आभार। इसके साथ ही साथ डिस्टिंग्विश्ड गेस्ट के रूप में प्रोफेसर रवि नारायण आचार्य सर, जो कि डायरेक्टर जनरल हैं CCRAS मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ आयुष गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। सर आपका भी हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। साथ ही साथ प्रोफेसर तनुजा नेसरी मैम, जो कि गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर है इस कार्यक्रम में, आप डायरेक्टर हैं ITRA जामनगर गुजरात, मैम आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। प्रोफेसर GS तोमर सर, जो कि इस प्रोग्राम की एक नींव कह सकते हैं, चेयरपर्सन हैं आप महसी चरक आयुर्वेदा रिसर्च स्कीम, आपका भी मैं हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। आप निश्चित ही आज गोरखपुर में कई कार्यक्रमों से जुड़े हुए हैं और आज नेटवर्क इशू रहा है सर, आपका मैं हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। साथ ही साथ डॉक्टर वैभव दादू जी, जो कि एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर हैं डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ संहिता सिद्धांत ITRA जामनगर, सर आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। डॉक्टर सीमा द्विवेदी मैम, जो कि नेशनल कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं महसी चरक आयुर्वेदा रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट स्कीम, आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। डॉक्टर शुभम पांडे सर, प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर हैं आप महसी चरक आयुर्वेदा रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट स्कीम, आपका भी बहुत बहुत आभार। इसके साथ ही साथ इस कार्यक्रम का संयोजन कर रहे अमित जी, आपका भी बहुत बहुत आभार। और डॉक्टर रमाकांत द्विवेदी बॉस, आपने अच्छी बातें बताई, आपका भी हृदय से आभार। डॉक्टर HS मिश्रा सर जुड़े हुए थे, और तमाम फैकल्टी मेंबर्स जुड़े हुए हैं, और जो भी रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स प्रोग्राम में जुड़े हुए हैं, आप सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और एक बार पुनः आप सभी को आज डॉक्टर्स डे है, नेशनल डॉक्टर्स डे। डॉक्टर विधान चंद्र राय जी, जो कि भारत रत्न भी उन्हें मिला, उनके जन्मदिवस के अवसर पर हम लोग डॉक्टर्स डे मनाते हैं, और इस महत्वपूर्ण दिन पे आप सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ अप्लाइड स्टैटिस्टिक्स की ओर से। पुनः आप सभी का हृदय से आभार, धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So as we conclude this inaugural ceremony, I would like again to express my deepest gratitude to all our esteemed guests. Now moving towards the first online session of the topic that is the introduction of advanced statistical tool and techniques under the expert guidance of Dr. Atul Juneja sir. Uh, Dr. Atul Juneja sir, as an eminent expert in research methodology, biostatistics, and clinical trials, until December 2021, sir served as a former scientist F and coordinator of Clinical Trials Registry India (CTRI) at ICMR New Delhi, where he played a pivotal role in advancing clinical research and trials in the country. Currently, Sir imparts his knowledge as a guest faculty at AU College, Government of NCT Delhi, and serve as a visiting consultant in biostatistics at KSRI Hospital, New Delhi. He also contributes as a visiting faculty member at the Nehru Homeopathic College Hospital, New Delhi. He actively contributes to various scientific committees, including his role as a member of National Advisory Board for the Journal of Case Reports and participation in the Scientific Advisory Committee, Clinical Research, and DSMB of the Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, New Delhi. Dr. Juneja sir's commitment to disseminating knowledge is reflected in his authored course material for the MPS program at the International Institute of Population Studies. His significant contribution extend beyond the academic realm. He was nominated as the representative of ICMR for an expert committee task with providing technical opinion to the Honorable National Green Tribunal regarding the remediation of mercury pollution in Kodaikanal, a role that had a substantial impact. Dr. Juneja sir has played a crucial role in selection of project posts at the National Institute of Medical Statistics, ICMR, shaping the institution's research initiatives. Uh, Presently, a faculty member of the DNB program of option for research methodology and biostatistics with over 60 publications to his name, including 25 as a first author. Sir's contribution to medical research are highly regarded. His influence reaches beyond national borders with participation in more than 70 national and international conferences, including invited talks in countries such as USA, Canada, Singapore, China, and Malaysia. Dr. Juneja has comprehensive expertise, dedication to research, and profound impact on the medical field make him an invaluable expert for our session today. We are honored to have him with us, and we eagerly anticipate learning from his wealth of knowledge and insights. So, please, sir, welcome, sir.
Am I audible, sorry, sir?
Yes, sir, audible, sir. Welcome, sir.
Okay. Oh, there's always a. First of all, happy Doctors' Day to all wonderful doctors. I always call them as next to God. I really believe in it because there is nothing above human life. So, I mean, howsoever the space science might be a very advanced science, but nothing above human body and human life. So, heartiest congratulations to all wonderful doctors and have a great night. And first of all, my sincere thanks and gratitude to Institute of Applied Statistics for inviting me to this very important program. To, in fact, Institute of Applied Statistics and the authorities associated with it, Dr. Tomer, Dr. Seema Dwivedi ma'am, Dr. Ravi Naran Acharya ji, and Dr. Tanuja ma'am, I mean, who have been so dedicated in promoting the research methodology and biostatistics, and that's what we heard from their, not from their mouth, rather I should say, we heard from their heart what they wanted to say. And one very important thing, what Dr. Sanjeev Sharma mentioned on that you need to work on things because of these workshops, that you need to translate what actually the researchers are looking for. It is not only the hardcore research methodology and statistics you talk about. You need to talk in such a way that it gets translated to an applied area what they want to do. Here, let me be very frank on that. Many times we have, as a statistics professionals, many times we have lacked on that. So I need to congratulate Institute of Applied Statistics that they have covered the various wider disciplines, right from basic aspects to major statistical techniques, which this program is intending to present to you. Of course, I must say that it must be a challenge to them, but I am sure their dedication and the support of the senior people would definitely get them the right path of moving. And I'll request Tiwari sir to share the slides. That will be more comfortable for me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Next slide. So, I mean, I'll start with the basic thing. What is the research, purpose of research? Very rightly and beautifully described by Professor Sanjeev Sharma. Explore, describe, and explain. So that means so what you think has to happen to convert into a theory. But for that purpose, next please.
For that purpose, you need certain evidences, right? So evidences actually come from what? Evidences come from data. So statistics and biological research, a few lines. So I mean, I liked it. That's why I have put this slide. The use of statistics allows biomedical researchers to draw reasonable and accurate inferences from collected information with a degree of uncertainty. So some people might say, why degree of uncertainty? And to make reasonable decisions. So this is a very catch point, because all the basics of the statistics is based on the, I mean, of course, those things would be talked in the individual lectures, but still I was tempted to, or rather anxious to talk about it. Degree of uncertainty means, I mean, you're talking about, you have normal distribution from minus infinity to plus infinity. P less than 0.05, everybody is so familiar with this term. And if you get a result of 0.05 from your data, you feel so excited and happy and going for a party, in fact. So that, what does it mean? P 0.05 is not a significant thing. It is the uncertainty margin. So when you minimize your uncertainty margin, then you take a decision. So that is the whole basis of statistics. So I mean, I know many of you know it, but still I felt so tempted to talk about it, because that's the most exciting part of statistics actually. Next, please. So another thing which I would like to spell, I always spell it out. A strong foundation is crucial for tall and stable building. You all will agree. All engineers would agree, and even a basic person would agree on that. So is any science. Advanced concepts of subjects are also built on the strong basics and concept, which give us sustainability of knowledge. You know, we have a tendency. I mean, this I have put because based on my experiences in teaching, which Institute of Applied Statistics has given me opportunity, CCRAS has given, ICMR has given many, including ITRA Jamnagar and All India Institute of Ayurveda has given me to interact with various professionals and the PG students. We always get tempted to know something which is very big without knowing the basics. Many times the students come to us, tell me the multivariate analysis. So I mean, before switching on to the all advanced things, you should have a sound base. Then only you can appreciate the subject. So that's what I always request. It's my humble suggestion that try to learn the basics and then move on this to. I can recently I was watching a YouTube on Burj Khalifa. So Burj Khalifa was made after about 2 years of a designing, because there was always a risk that it would fall at this height. So the design was such a in such a way it was planned that I mean it stands. So that is why anything what I mean you plan for a stronger things, you need to have a good design of it. Same as the science. Next, please. So evidence-based medicine and statistics. Again, mentioned. I'll refer to Dr. Sanjeev Sharma's point of view. Statistics is crucial for evidence-based medicine. Why it is crucial? Because I mean, what you're observing, what you're thinking, you need to have evidence to it. Evidence means evidence comes through a data only. So anything is generated through a data, and which of course include various aspects of it. Ensuring healthcare decisions are informed by exploiting the data through a different statistical analysis approach. That's what you would be hearing to from the topmost experts in this program. The basic, let me just again start with a very fundamental or a foundation sentence, always make it. The basic understanding of the nature of the variable, which is a basic unit of data, and the research of the study is key to an analysis. If you are not clear with this, I mean, the whole exercise may go waste. So whatever you are going to hear in next 2 months, be sure about, be confident about the basics. And any doubts, as mentioned, you can ask in the programs at any stage, because I have been involved in various programs of CCRS. There, I mean, we have slightly changed the trend of teaching, or rather, I should not say teaching, discussing. So we have given the platform to them, that to the participants. Recently, we attended a program in Karnataka, and I mean, just after starting the topic, the questions what were in the minds of the students, we will ask them to speak whatever they wanted to. So by doing that, we could come to know that what is the level and what they're looking for actually. So instead of conventional teaching, so these programs, what the Institute of Applied Statistics have been designing for a long time, that it gives you a concept, and also important thing is the questions what you need to ask for your analysis if you need to seek the help of biostatisticians or epidemiologists. So asking question is equally important uh, than the answering the one. So what if you have any problem, if you have a data, if you have a study design, obviously you need to go with the right questions too. So it's like giving the right symptoms to a doctor to treat him the best. Okay, so that's what I always feel. What I feel like I always speak on that. And next, please. So this is what I have been telling. There is a sequence of learning. What, why, where, and how. How comes in the end. But most of the time, we are tempted. I mean, I'll just, please don't mind. Many times we have got the questions or the request from the various researchers. We want to learn SPSS. Okay, fine. We can arrange the courses for you. But when we, I mean, present to them the contents of the software, we come to know that the many various basics are lacking. Suppose you want to test some, you say, I want to learn the sample size. I want to know the sample size. If we ask them what is the type 1 error and type 2 error and what is the effect size, so many don't know. So when you coming on to the last step of methodology or how comes means methodology basically. So it starts with what? Introduction to topic. So today what has been assigned to me, I'll talk about the introduction to topic and somewhere a slight concept which I think the individual teachers would take, and the application area where it to be applied, and then comes the how to be applied. So the main concept lies from the beginning to, that means moving from first foundation to 100th floor of any building. It's like that. So always remember that, I mean, that you need to know the basic concepts, then only you can, and you can know better, or rather I should say that you will enjoy the subject. I can assure you that's what I have gained after a long time of this understanding. Next, please. So, this is the slide which I put it in every my MD presentation. So what medical researcher looks for? These are the only 6 points which one medical researcher looks for. The subject might be different, the area might be different, the micro details might be different. Understanding the disease occurrence, distribution, and outcome. How the disease is spread. What is the magnitude of a disease? What is the burden of a disease? So, right? And then next comes, what is the causation of a disease? What is causing it? So if we now try to translate into first point and the second point, first is the magnitude. So that means we are talking somewhere about descriptive studies. So accordingly, the statistical methodology would go, estimating the sample size. Or so design is very important, right? And how this is evolved from the objectives or a research question. So basics you cannot ignore at any stage and should not. Then the further things would get easier. Understanding the phenomena of causation of disease. So here we do analytical studies. What is the cause? Case control studies. For example, there are many approaches, but just to touch upon as an introductory part of the program, right? To identify the link of causality that are amenable to intervention. So this helps the program people to work on it. That suppose you have found out certain risk factors and certain are which are not addressable. So maybe the health system tries to avoid that, and they go with priority of the which can be easily addressed and what the outcome is. So there are various aspects which the decision health planners take through the this part of the analysis to relate output and impact of intervention programs to their input, right? For example, Janani Suraksha Yojana is mainly to promote institutional deliveries. So before, what was the status before the launch of program, and what was the status after the launch of program, and what are the, is there any change in maternal mortality rate, is there any change in infant mortality rate? So these are all type of, so you have to decide what kind of study you want to do and then move on to, then comes the effectiveness and efficacy of the treatment of drug. So what is that? It is a clinical trial basically. What we all as a health researchers are tempted to work on it, or rather know from it. So these things would also be nicely covered in this program. Of course, there have been many other programs where these things, but I mean, as Dr. Ravi Narayan Acharya mentioned, that it needs to be sustainable. It is not that you just learn once and then. I mean, every time, even if you attend a program, same program again, you always find that something new in that, right? So that's what I mean. This is what I'm saying is saying from my experience only, right? And the last line, how these things are connected when it is get translated into certain statistical objectives. An association is said to exist between two variables when change in one coincides with another. So that means the importance of variable, what you have identified outcome variable, is most important for going for any analysis. Many times this is lacked. Like for example, when we say we are looking for an improvement through a drug on diabetic, then the question rises means what is the improvement in diabetes? Is it from fasting blood sugar, PP blood sugar, or random blood sugar, or HbA1c? Then you identify the variable and define. Suppose, I mean, you have recruited patients of more than 7 HbA1c, then what is your objective? You just want to see the 10% change in the, or you want to bring them all below 7. So these are the things which need to be clearly defined before a major analysis is planned. This, I mean, sorry, I've been mentioning these things because this is what I've experienced in various forums of when it comes to designing of the studies at the PG level. So, I mean, don't take it otherwise, but I mean, but it is important. Next. So this is a slide which gives a snapshot of the total study design. So this is most important before you proceed for any analysis. So study design is observational and experimental. So simple. Observational and experimental. Of course, you know, so in observational, it is descriptive and analytical. Descriptive means the first point I showed you in the previous slide, that you want to see the magnitude. So want to see the prevalence of hypertension, prevalence of diabetes. So I mean, these just you want to know that you want to describe. That's all. It could be the case series also. I mean, if you have limited number of cases and you want to speak about on certain exciting things, you can work one case series, right? And analytical, it is studies are cross-sectional studies, case control studies, and cohort studies. That depends again, like case control and cohort. I mean, you all know very well. It's well in one line you can say from exposure to disease is cohort, from disease to exposure is case control. So and accordingly the analysis follows. And experimental, they're all randomized clinical trials, and of course include non-randomized trials. So the design is entirely different. The sample size estimation procedures are different. So accordingly, these are the things before. These are called the foundations before you jump onto any major analysis. Next, please. So now coming on to the topics, what the program intends to address, I'll just speak very short about it because they'll be individually dealt with the learned speakers. Next. So I've taken the sequence what they intend to present to their program. So correlation analysis. Let me again, I'm tempted to say one thing. I've seen many various projects, PG projects, or where it is the correlation between this. Many times we are talking about association actually. So correlation is a hardcore statistical term where the two variables are continuous. So when you are trying to see the trying to connect the categorical variables, when you want to see the role of smoking in causation of lung cancer, so you should not say that correlation of cigarette smoking and lung cancer, right? So, and the correlation is actually a specific word when the variables are continuous in nature and their linear relationship or even non-linear relationship is studied through an approach, and it gives how the two things move. So if it is a continuous data, we mentioned about Pearson correlation coefficient. When it is an ordinal data, we talk about Spearman rank correlation. But here we cannot determine which variable is affecting the other, right? You know that two variables are related, but you cannot make out. So, but there's still, we can move ahead on that. Next, please. So when you wish to know what is causing wash, what Then it comes to regression analysis. Regression analysis is a standard method to examine the relationship between a dependent variable and one or more independent variable. So, I mean, suppose disease, you want to see the risk factors of a disease. Obviously, the disease would be an independent variable. You can't make disease as an independent. So you have to decide accordingly what is independent and based on your again of your objective. So the technical methods are most commonly what when we were in academics the college level we only had studied linear regression. So linear regression means the dependent variables is continuous in nature, and it could be simple and multiple. Simple means when we're talking about only two variables y and x, one variable influencing the other one. It's simple. If it is more than one, it's multiple. But in health sciences, usually we have a situation of a disease. Diseases most of the time, not always, most of the time is classified as a binary variable, that it is the disease is present or not. Success of a surgery. So this is a dependent. So I mean, if you, I mean, all of us know that as a patient, we all know, and as a doctors, we all know that whenever there's any major surgery, the doctor writes signs us to give any consent on which it is said, I understand the risk of a disease is 1% or 2%. Risk of the procedure is 1% or 2%. How it has been calculated? It has been calculated considering the success in the Y and the various variables, what leads to that thing. What is the age of the patient? What is the degree of a disease? So there are various factors which influence. Suppose somebody is very young, there is a possibility the surgery might be very successful, and somebody who is 80 plus years, there might be a very, because of the comorbidities, there could be a further risk. So accordingly, the variables are defined and they are put into, once a model is generated, that means a specific set of variables and outcome is generated through a magnitude study, and then you come to know that what is the risk. So, I mean, when you visit a doctor, he puts your variables into that model, and he finally tells you that with you the success rate is this much, and the so. And then next one is the Poisson regression. Of course, it is a more of an academic, not very commonly practiced. Not I won't say not practiced, not very commonly taught in the medical research side, but the authorities have included it. Pleasure to see that it's used to predict a dependent variable that consists of a count data, like how many how many came to emergency ward, or how many goals were scored. The Poisson distribution is like that. In binary, what happens? In binomial distribution, you say so many is cured and so many not cured. Here, I mean, this not cured business is not there. I hope I'm able to make this point. For example, you are looking for how many the goals are likely to be scored in a match. So based on the earlier data, based on the distribution, you can predict that. This team would put 2 goals on that. But how many goals were not scored? That is not possible. So, but in binary, happened and not happened is there. But in Poisson, because the probability of that is very low for a very large n. So this is what they would be covering. So I'm talking about what, and, somewhere touched upon where, but how will be done in the end through the end means when it actual lectures come to you from the learned experts. Next, please. So analysis of variance, analysis of covariance, all these terms we all very well know. Like when we are comparing two means, we usually apply, if it is follows a normal distribution and a continuous variable, we apply t-test. When the groups are more than 2, we apply analysis of variance, because ultimately we are studying the variation in the 3 groups. If there is a variation in white in the 3 groups, then you would say that the 3 groups might be same, because it is difficult to make out which one is from. I mean, I'm just trying to hint you what it means actually. Why? I mean, somebody would ask how the nomenclature got changed from t-test to analysis of variance. Because in t-test, rejection and acceptance, they're only binary kind of things. Maybe it would be too much if I explain, because I would be needing in that situation the graphs and all, and possibly for introductory lecture it would be too much. So in case of analysis of covariance, we compare the means of different groups while accounting for influence of other variables, adjusting for other. Next, please. So some further coming on to advanced multivariate analysis techniques. factor analysis and principal component analysis. Their objective is relatively same. Relatively same in the sense that factor analysis is a technique that reduces a set of variables, and same it done by principal component analysis. Suppose you are trying to study disease, you are trying to study some individual, and there are various variables associated with that, and trying to define that unit. Actually, unit means it could be a human being or it could be any unit. And there are various variables which is describing it, and there must be a correlation of between them. So we try to reduce. Suppose one thing is being judged by 10 variables, so we might try to reduce it by 5. What is the basic difference between principal component and in principal component analysis? The variables are reduced and the original variable stays there, right? We're talking about, let's say, age, height, BMI, waist circumference, so many things. Not BMI, I'll say waist circumference. Many aspects of anthropology. You can decide on that. And certain things, you suppose you want to see the person how fat he or she is. Maybe you want certain variables you want to remove. But what happens in factor analysis? In factor analysis, those variables are consolidated into one single variable, right? Suppose we are talking about the cardiovascular risk factors. There are many, blood pressure and all those things. Ultimately, you concise them into a certain risk scores. So if you generate further variable based on the other variables, so that describes that, right? So commonality into a smaller number of factors. It is also a reduction, but a new variable is generated based on the other variables. Whereas in PC analysis, the other variables were removed and rest were retained as it is. So that is a difference. So interesting part. So I think as the teachers, they would be teaching you the concepts as well as the methodology. The application areas you will have to look for, and then further consult them. So it is always a mutual interaction between a researcher and the biostatistician and epidemiologist, and then this symbiosis goes well. And of course, I always believe that most of the time the statisticians also have to understand the research aspects from you. You means, I mean, most of you are medical researchers, so that is why I'm addressing you as you, because this is many times is lacking. Again, I may be a critical sentence. Forgive me, my fellow statisticians, because many times we don't go into the objectives. Many times, I mean, the researcher approaches us. Okay, I want to compare these two means. Okay, let me do it. The fact was that the objective was not to compare means. So we have to look for what the study is being done and then react. So we have to be learner first from you, and then being a teacher. So this is what I have experienced even today. I was in one of the meetings with CCRAS, one of the major meetings, and some similar situations came up, and of course they were addressed after as a statisticians we tried to understand their problem and then we addressed it. Right, next please. So discriminant analysis is again a statistical method used to classify the observations. So based on certain variables. So the scores are generated and accordingly you decide on that. Right? These are the equations that combine the independent variables to create scores. The best way differentiate between the two groups. For instance, predicting whether a patient has a disease based on the symptoms and testing. The same can be done by logistic regression also. The only major difference is that in discriminant analysis, it uses the assumptions of normal distribution, whereas the logistic regression is liberal in that. It is not distribution free, that means the distributions are not assumed in this. So my experience is that this kind of situation has been most of the time handled through a logistic regression more easily. This is again my personal experience. The choice is yours to know that. Right? So obviously that's what I said. What you want to do is most important, and then pick one. It is not just, I mean, these sentences what many times we get from our younger researchers. I'm sorry about that. Don't mind it. Apply some statistics. Do some statistics. I just want to know the sample size. Tell me in 1 minute. So before understanding the outcome variable, effect size. It's not possible. So these are the things. So this is why these, I mean, I would appreciate these programs are routine, are different from the routine academics what we have studied in our college days. These are the application areas, and what, so that's what I emphasize, that what to ask is more important than what to answering any question to somebody. Next, please. So next comes the clinical trials. This is the sequence what has been given to me through the course. So I have put in the same way. Clinical trial form the important part of any interventional study. You all know it. Let me just read it. It's tempting to read. It's a sort of interesting definition. Interesting means simple and speaks loud on a very few lines. A research study in which one or more human subjects are prospectively assigned to one or more interventions, which may include placebo or control, to evaluate the effect of those interventions on health-related biomedical or behavioral outcome. So many times, sometimes we confuse that clinical trial means only giving some medicine. No, even behavioral outcomes are studied. Any intervention which leads to, and we should be very clear about what is the difference between observational study and the clinical and interventional study. You know, again, just one example. I mean, not to offend anybody. Once, since when I was heading clinical trial registry, many times we used to get the trials where it was mentioned interventional study, observational study. But when we went through the whole detail, it was mentioned that some interventions were given, and then when we asked them, they said, we have given this intervention, now we are observing them. So that is why we have kept them as in observational study. So no, when you have given any intervention, it becomes an intervention. When you are observing a natural phenomena, suppose, I mean, somebody is treating a patient and you go and observe those interventions, then it becomes an observational study for you. And the person who is doing it becomes an intervention. So you have to, when these things are very basic, of course, I know that very senior people are also there in this group, but still, I've already said at this stage, I would prefer to share the experiences more. And so this includes parallel arm trials, single arm trial, crossover, sequential, and adaptive trials. So parallel means, I mean, one treatment to one group, another treatment to another group. It could be placebo, it could be a standard of care, or to any comparison. Single arm means you're talking about the interventions only on the one group. And crossover means one treatment first, and then next treatment on the same individual. Sequential means here you introduce the midterm analysis, where, I mean, you're not very sure about what's going to happen. For example, COVID vaccine, these trials were many times were conducted in a sequential way. Midterm analysis was carried out. If something was coming out, it was for medicine also, immediately the decisions were taken on, even if the sample size was kept at 100. So it was analyzed at 50. If the results were positive, the decision was taken at 50. And if we observed certain adverse events, the trial was stopped there itself. So that forms a part of adaptive and sequential. Then there are bioequivalence and bioavailability trials, mostly used to address the potential of generic drugs, whether the same quantity of drug is seen in the blood or not. Right? So these are the concept, and of course the analysis part has to be seen accordingly what kind of objective you have on that. Next, please. So this, I'm told that this program would also address the animal studies, where any animal experiment has to pass through the animal ethics committee, just like any clinical research. And the sample size estimations, or here the estimations are not there if it is a. So there are certain norms on which the animal studies are conducted, which I'm sure the teachers would take care of it. Next, please. Next comes the sample size, the most asked question to us on phone, in class, or in road even. So I've always enjoyed these interactions, and I must honestly confess that I've enjoyed working on sample size just because of lot many questions addressed from you, because of the situations you gave us. The situations we could never see in the books actually. So different situations, and accordingly we could work on it. So sample size, let's say this, try to say what the sample size is. I'll just throw a very simple one example, a very non-scientific one that can make you feel that why sample size is important. How to do it? I mean, of course, is the next issue. Suppose you have two patients and you have cured one. Immediately, what happens? Would you say that my drug is working 50%? Obviously, the answer is no. Then if I say 4 patients and 2 cured, you would say no, 2, not 2. Then I say 10, 5 out of 10, still you're not sure. Then 20 out of 10, still not sure. So here, that is the purpose of estimating a sample size, because the theoretical, you would get a theoretical answer where to stop. If for example, if the proportion is 50%, how many would be needed? Many times what happens, let me come to next slide, please. So sample size is a minimum number of subjects needed to detect the hypothesized effect size or magnitude. Okay, what happens whenever, again, examples from my life situations. Students come to us, we need a sample size, and we ask, what is the study? We want to estimate the prevalence of diabetes in this area. Okay, fine. Sampling design is a different aspect. I'll not talk about it right now. Then we ask, what prevalence do you expect? Immediately the blunt answer comes, sir, that is what we are looking for. But we insist politely that you will have to give some idea, because the sample size can be given. Suppose if you said the prevalence is 2%, obviously you would be needing in thousands. Suppose somebody has a population of 50 and the sample size is the prevalence is likely to be 2%. Then what are we likely to get? Out of 50, only 1%. There's no variation. So obviously we have to have some idea. That's what we ask this question. They form the part of input. What is needed? It is not that sample size is not an off-shelf drug. Anything, I just need a sample size, this is my study. You need to understand the type of variable. This is what I mentioned in the very first slide. Nature of variable, is it continuous or is it binary? You're talking about proportions or you're talking about means, right? Effects or the difference. Suppose you're intervening two different drugs. One drug, then we would say what difference you are expecting. Again, the answer comes back to us. The answer bounces back to us. That is what I want to see. But now if you try to connect to your ethics part, then you have, suppose there is some standard drug already there, right? Now you're looking for a new drug. And we ask, what is the difference you are expecting? You say, I don't know. That's what I'm looking for. So ethics committee won't give you a promotion, because basic ethics principle says there has to be some beneficence. There has to be some reason to believe. It may not happen, that's a different thing. But there has to be some reason to believe that this drug would act better, or this drug would be equivalent to other one. Then why equivalent? When already some drug is there, why you're doing it? Then you might say that this drug is much cheaper and likely to have lesser side effects. Particularly in vaccines, new vaccines, how the vaccine development took place. Initially, बच्चों को देते थे, they used to get fever. Then the new vaccines came where the efficacy was not claimed by the company. The side effects were competed for. So accordingly, that becomes equivalence trials or non-inferiority trials. So accordingly, that is why these inputs are needed to estimate a sample size. Estimated sample size is not an independent entity. It starts from your basic introduction, objectives and variables, right? And then only you can come down to it. So usually this is missing. Immediately the question comes, I'm working on this subject. Yesterday I got a call from PG. I'm just, sharing with you. That's what my way of, many times I speak from my heart, in fact. I got a phone call from one of the hospitals of PG. Sir, I'm doing a study on this pediatric, this thing. What is the sample size? My teacher asked me to talk to him. I said, what is your objective? That I'm looking for. That he said, I'm trying to find out. I recently joined this hospital for DNB, so I'm told to talk to you. So these are the things which have to be told at the PSM level, basic level to them. That's not their fault. So again, I would say that these workshops are designed to address those things. Next, please. So this is a slide I took from one of the senior persons. A difference to be a difference must make a difference. That means, suppose you're conducting a trial, and there's always a success rate of 80%, and the drug is safe, safety has been established, and the cost is reasonable. Now you come up with a new drug. You said, "Okay, I'll come up. What do you expect?" I said, "This the success is likely to be 82 to 83%. So what is the point? This is not making any difference. The cost might be higher. You might say that is a new drug. So what is the point in going for that study? So difference to be a difference must make a difference. There has to be a clinically relevant difference, which only the medical researcher can tell, and not a statistician. But what is happening? The sample size part directly comes to a statistician without the statistician knowing it. What is the effect size? How much is that? That the clinician has to tell, this is the effect size. This is what I'm looking for. This will make a difference. So accordingly, those things are used in the sample size. So sample size is a topic which needs a discussion, which needs a knowledge of various aspects, which is negotiable. Right? Negotiable in the sense, suppose we have taken a sample size of 500, and the doctor says, the researcher says, I can't take so many cases. So we'll have to adjust the error margins accordingly. So these things are discussed, and this can be done when the statistician also understands that effect size concept. So learning, it is, as very rightly mentioned by one of the guests, that I'm always a learner. I also believe that when your questions have been teaching me. So what I have told you, most of the time they have been my experiences, and not from the bookish point of view. Next. So coming to the mechanical part, what are the components of sample size? The minimum information needed to calculate a sample size for a research study in which a specific event is being counted or measured. So that means nature of variable. Counted means you're talking about the frequency. You give a drug, how many got cured, right? And countable, this is counted. Measured means the average, you have taken a diabetic patient, the average blood sugar level was something like 115. Now, after the treatment, what is the average? 115 comes down to, say, 95. So that depends what, there it is continuous variable. You're not talking about, you're talking about number as a group. In counted, you said how many got cured. So cured, you had a definition. If it comes below 100, I will consider it as a cured. So accordingly, you have to apply this statistical formula for that, and includes power, the level of significance. Maybe it will be, if you know it, good. Otherwise, the lecturers would cover it. The underlying event rate. Suppose event rate means, suppose you're trying to estimate a magnitude study, then we would, as I mentioned earlier, I'm repeating it, that what proportion you are expecting, and then next comes the error margin. Very important part. Error margin means, suppose you have said I'm likely to have the prevalence of, say, about 40%. Okay. Then error margin means, then it is again not my decision, it's your decision, how much the system expects the variation. And you would say 40 if you're assuming, 45 is also okay, 35 is also okay. Suppose if somebody says 20 is also okay, no, it may not be acceptable. You're presuming 40, but you say 20 bhi chalega. So 20 is also, so error margin is that how much you are ready to deviate from that. Again, if I may, if you allow me to give another example, which really disturbed me. There was one, I was asked to calculate a sample size for a small study or a PG study of the infection rate in gallbladder surgery. Now I was told that the infection rate is something like 3 to 4%. And I asked simply that young boy, how many cases you can take in 1.5 years? That's a DNB time. He said, okay, I can do something like 80 cases. I said, okay, you write that based on the footfall, you write this paragraph. I explained him, but when it came for presentation, I could see that there was a formula very nicely presented. I was anxious to know how he has calculated it with this formula. I thought, let me learn from him now. You know what was the case? The 4% was applied as proportion assumed. The error margin, which comes in the denominator, was considered as 30 to 40%. So that, what does it mean? That means you are accepting a margin of minus 36 prevalence to 4% to 44%. Will any medical system accept the infection rate in gallbladder surgery at 44%? But the mathematical formula doesn't know it. This understanding. I mean, as we error margin we increased to 40%, the sample size came to 80. So there has to be a logic also, and this logic has to be decided by you researcher, not by we statisticians. Because he said most of the people have applied formula and I have not applied formula. So let me do this. Because the concept of error margin was not known even to their guides. So I mean, these are the things which I am sharing. I don't know whether I should have or not. If wrong, the Tiwari sir will forgive me on that. So my purpose was to share with you. I mean, since it was an introductory lecture, so I thought whatever best I can experienced at a long service, and you are giving me opportunity to talk to you, I did so. I hope you got the point what I wanted to say. So then the sample size is calculated for any adjusted for other factors. Compliance. Suppose, I mean, in certain medicines, in Ayurveda, suppose you find that it's difficult to assimilate, and then of course you include larger number of cases in case there is any large number of dropouts, so that the efficacy of the analysis remains at the same level, even if the dropouts are there. Right. Next. And allocation also. Suppose you're doing with cases and controls. Suppose you feel you have more controls, you can have more controls also, and cases accordingly the ratio you can give to a formula. The formula would do for you, but the logics has to come from you. So this I understand would include the practical sessions. That's a great thing, which was appreciated by everybody. Regular quizzes. That's very important because that answers how much you have learned in hands-on training, and so as to give you a better understanding and confidence of doing self. So self-analysis is important, but let me again, if you're doing a self-analysis, but still do involve somebody. If you're doing any advanced analysis, it would be helpful. So, and this would also help you to make graphical presentations through different softwares, which I'm sure you will enjoy. This is what I had to in my mind to share with you. Hope so happy learning for next 2 months. Wonderful time ahead, and look forward to be with you sometimes later also. And I always tell Tiwari sir कि एक बार आमने सामने क्लासरूम लेक्चर का रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
So, but still, the compromise is that here we have more than 300 people, and 300 people cannot have, and that through the different regions of the country. And we have, I mean, sitting in my drawing room, I have reached the whole of India, rather than maybe out of India also, if I don't know.
Yeah, out of India. So from Japan, there are a few delegates from Japan, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, few are there, and South Africa, few delegates are joining in this program.
Great. So I mean, so I have reached to so many places. So that is the advantage. So that is why we say the non-inferiority trials means you're compressing the efficacy, but you're gaining something on the other side.
Yeah, because
so that is what we have done.
Yeah.
But okay, both are important.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, so, we are planning to organize a conference also to.
Maybe this is just my temptation to say that.
And face to face, and for foreign delegates, they have some OPD busy schedule, so that's why they are joining online.
I can understand. This is. I mean, I'm not.
Yes.
So next slide is my contact number, and you can get in touch with me. So, dear friends, thank you so much for your time. I enjoyed talking to you, but couldn't see you much. Look forward to some other time to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your overview of this program, and really enjoyed every time I attending the same lecture from sir, and I enjoyed the session and gained some knowledge. I'm also a scholar. I'm just integrating artificial intelligence, working on machine learning algorithm.
Wonderful.
So
I enjoy talking to people.
Every time I learn.
Yeah. And sharing my experiences along with some little knowledge what I have.
That is invaluable, sir. From experience, we learn more rather than books and on internet. that is the best part. So
because there are many things which are not given in the books.
Yeah. So thank you, sir. Thank you again for your time and expertise, and thank you all delegates for this long session. And I assure that from tomorrow onwards, the session will be 6 to 7 p.m. Mostly session 6 to 7 p.m. And few sessions are 7:30 as per the request of the resource person availability. And the next 3 days, from 2nd to 3rd and 4th July, we moving towards correlation analysis for qualitative, ordinal, and nominal data, and use of partial, semi-partial, part, and illusory correlation that will be delivered by Dr. Atanu Bhattacharya, a lecturer in medical statistics, University of Leicester, United Kingdom. So be on time tomorrow at 6 p.m. On next 3 days, we will learn under the expertise of Dr. Atanu sir. So today, this is the end of this inaugural program, and we are honored to have Dr. Junaid sir with us to provide overview, and he shares experience that is invaluable for all of us. Definitely, we will apply in our research and try to discuss queries as much as you need. If you have any query, if you need to discuss beyond the session, then you can definitely call, or sometimes I'm unable to answer the call, then you can WhatsApp me. I will definitely call whenever we will get time. So this in this way, this program is going on. Few participants who are joined earlier programs, they know and this time we have one major gradation that we will provide quizzes on daily basis. So tomorrow morning you will receive a quiz. You have time to go through recorded session. If you missed live session, so you can go through recorded session. Tomorrow morning we will share the quiz, and you can attempt quiz anytime at per your convenient time. So thank you all. Thank you again, sir, for your presence. This is the end of this first session. Tomorrow we again meet at 6 p.m. Yes, someone messaged me that what about queries? So definitely this is the inaugural program where the overview of the program is provided. And from tomorrow onwards, after each session, we will allow everyone to raise your hand, write your query in the chat box, and to discuss live in the session with the experts, discuss your queries. So definitely query discussion will be on regular basis. At the end of each session, you will discuss your queries. So no problem.